Welcome to Norwood High School for today's girls volleyball matchup between Chelsea High School and Norwood High School. Starting lineups for tonight's match. For Chelsea, Anise Artica, Angelica Ayala, Yarliz Gonzalez Falcon, Kerry Hernandez Romero, Ashley Martinez, Hazel Martinez, and Tatiana Zambria Herrera. Starting lineup for Norwood High School. Kim Leah, Kaylee Delamere, Maddie Lyons, Colleen Brady, Serena Elias, Natalie Gale, and Molly Federico. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem by Norwood High School students Stephanie Kartiki and Kaden Bell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, folks, and welcome to Norwood High School. I'm Joe Pinero alongside my colleague in the science department, Dr. Mike Crowley. And Mike, it's playoff time here at the school on the hill as the Mustangs get ready to take on Chelsea, a team they don't really play very often out of a very different conference.
Yeah, nothing better than MIAA tournament play, right? It's great to be here with you, Joe, and the rest of the mighty NCM team. So welcome to everybody watching tonight. Should be a dandy, right? Number 37 taking on number 28 here at the school, the Hill. Can't wait. Should be some great action.
This is very different than you might be used to in terms of seeding. Norwood comes into this game 8-12, and yet they're the higher seed. That's based on the new TVL algorithm and Norwood having the harder strength of schedule. The 37 seed in this tournament, second to last seed, is this Chelsea Red Devil team, but they come in 16-2 under head coach Gloria Rodriguez. So this is a team that is not your ordinary 37 seed, as we were talking about before the game.
Right, yeah, this should be an interesting one, Joe. You know, the scouting report in terms of the Mustangs, when the Mustangs have the ball offensively, what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to take advantage of that back row of Chelsea. They're also going to be very surgical in their approach, particularly from that middle hitter position.
Well, that middle hitter position will be one to watch, but the first serve doesn't go Norwood's way, and just like that, this upstart Chelsea squad that has been getting better and better each year, especially if you look at their records, takes a quick 1-0 lead.
It's every game is a new game in the tournament, right? It's a fresh start.
That's it. You never know. We saw some big upsets here last year. Norwood was able to spring a couple in a few different sports, including the hockey team that knocked off the #1 seed last year. So tournament time, I guess, throw records out the window, and that seems to be where we are.
Absolutely.
So quickly 2-0 Chelsea, and they will serve one into the net. So we've seen 3 points, Mike. 2 of them have been service errors. So not something you're used to seeing from 2 tournament teams, but that's the way it goes early on. Maybe a little bit of nerves.
Right, and those service points are so critical, particularly this time of year. You want to get on those long runs, right?
Norwood has a starting lineup in here tonight of, we'll get that for you in just a sec as Maddie Lyons gets the ball to serve. Maddie Lyons is the server on the line right now. Kim Laya, number 2, is out there, as is Kiki Delamere, number 3. Colleen Brady wearing number 8, as Lyons collects the service ace. Norwood has Serena Elias, number 12, Natalie Gale, number 16, and Molly Federico, number 22. Rounding out a squad that's played together for a number of years now.
A lot of talent.
Here's the good serve from Lyons. It's in there, and Norwood will try to dump it in with Gale. Chelsea is able to handle this and send it over on 3 hits. Now the set from Colleen Brady comes back for Gale, and that's a solid kill from the senior captain. Natalie Gale puts Norwood ahead in this game 3-2.
And of course, that's one of the secrets, right? They're going to rely on their excellent seniors. Natalie Gale, fantastic player, solid all the way around. Maddie Lyons doing a great job at the serve as well.
Lyons only a sophomore, but thrust into a really important role playing outside hitter for head coach Paul Nimblett. Chelsea has to scramble to send it over on 2. Molly Federico from the right side. It goes potentially off of a Chelsea block, I thought at first, but the referees saw differently, and it'll be Chelsea's way as Norwood had 4 hits.
And again, the Norwood girls doing a good job of getting to the ball, right? Some excellent athletes out there.
So a substitution now for Chelsea as they'll send number 11, Tatiana Sanabria Herrera, to the line. Comes at Maddie Lyons. Colleen Brady again decides to go back to Federico, who tries a deep push. So there may be some of the strategy Mike was talking about. Now Chelsea will try to do the same thing, and they're successful as it goes off of Maddie Lyons. She takes some responsibility for that one, but put herself in a good spot. And we'll head back to do it again with 4-3 Chelsea as the teams keep trading leads early on. Good serve again. Nice play by Kim Laya to get it up on 1. Here's a set for the outside, but it's dunked back over. Give that block to number 25 for Chelsea. That's Yamalis Gonzalez Falcon.
Chelsea playing some good, solid defense here in the early going. Some nice serves by Tatiana.
Another serve that kind of sneaks up on Norwood. Federico handles it nicely with the bump set. Now back, and a nice pass from Lyons. That was one she had trouble with a moment ago, but now handles it real nicely. A little bit of a roll shot off of Chelsea. Lyons steps in front of Laya to make the play. Now Federico finds some open room. And Federico playing that right side hitter position. She's been being fed a lot by Colleen Brady. Those two seem to have a good rapport early on.
Yeah, you can see good teamwork there. And again, Chelsea doing what you need to do against the Mustangs, keeping that ball out of the front row, right? Keep feeding it to the back row.
So speaking of the front row, Natalie Gale has been so good there for the Mustangs. She's now at the service line, and Serena Elias has checked in to play the front row. Elias gets a tip on this one. Norwood somehow keeps it up, and Lyons sends it over. It's a point for the Mustangs. Mike, that was unbelievable.
Maddie Lyons is such a cool customer, isn't she? For only a sophomore. Look at her play.
It was Kiki Delamere, I think, that got the first hit, almost falling over and putting it up with one hand. Molly Federico then put it back into the center of the court, and Lyons ultimately gets credit for one of the stranger kills you're going to see. And just like that, Norwood uses the momentum to claw back to 6-5. I tell you, this has the feeling like it's going to be back and forth all night. There's a good serve from Gale, and now a little bit of a 3-0 run for the Mustangs as it goes off the fingertips of number 9, Valerie Ramirez.
Yeah, those outside hitter positions are really critical this time of year. Norwood does an excellent job on the outside. I think Chelsea's going to have to do the same.
Gale's serve is a little off the mark this time, but it's an effective one as Chelsea has to scramble. I think that time she kind of caught Ramirez stepping back after Gale had served so strongly, took something off of it, and there's another ace for this Mustang squad. They're now up 8-5. So Gale again for the service line. She's gone on quite a run here. It's handled by Chelsea's libero, Hazel Martinez. They'll have to settle for a free ball, though. Here's a set to the middle. Elias trying for her first kill. Did it go off of a player? No, they say Chelsea was in the net, and that's why it'll be Norwood's point, 9-5 Mustangs.
Yeah, nice to see Serena Elias out there making a contribution. She's had a great season.
Elias has been with this program since she was a freshman, as have so many of these seniors that you'll see on the wall back behind where Gale is about to go serve. Chelsea there committed a costly violation as Elias had hit it out of bounds. But Chelsea had crashed into the net on the play, something you obviously can't do, and that went Norwood way. And it keeps their streak going. Here's Kiki Delamere, a nice kill attempt from the outside. Somehow Chelsea keeps it over and tucks it inside the antenna. There's another middle set. Elias once again delivers home, and she's ready anyway. They'll call it Norwood's point, but she dunks it back, making sure she gets the kill and putting Norwood up 10-5.
And again, that's what the Mustangs have, right? They have many years of experience here, even with the seniors, been up at the varsity level for quite a while now, so that experience is starting to show. They're very cool here in the early going in the tournament.
So Chelsea, who is, you see on the screen, was ranked number 37 in this tournament, despite their 16-2 record. Norwood is hoping that they can kind of keep churning and keep turning out a victory. They are coming off a 3-1 win. Norwood is against Sharon in their last game. Chelsea coming off a win as well, but 2 games ago was one of Chelsea's only 2 losses. They lost to Lynn Classical twice. So we'll see if maybe this step up in competition is something that's tough for the Red Devils, especially after this long ride to get here.
Yeah, the girls really did a good job of turning it on in the second half of the season, getting some key wins, right? They were in a lot of matches, just couldn't get them to go their way in the early going, but that's what the good teams do. Keep improving. Nobody better at that, bringing the girls along than Coach Nimblett.
He does a wonderful job, and I was talking to him before the game. This is the first time Norwood Girls Volleyball has made tournament since their move to the Tri-Valley League, as we see a double hit there called against Chelsea. Norwood goes up 11-5. So that's roughly 5 years or so that the Mustangs have been on the sidelines come November 1st or so. They have been the 33 seed when top 32 make tournament. They've had some near misses, but now the team with a 28 seed in a home game, I tell you, they seem fired up to play today.
Steady growth, steady progress, steady improvement, right? And you know what a challenge that is, Joe, because you've done it. It's hard to grow the program while bringing along the younger players. It sounds much easier than it is.
This is a great group of younger players. As we see another violation there against Chelsea, I had the pleasure of coaching a number of these girls on the freshman team, and I was talking to John Longley about that downstairs. This was when it was the COVID season, so girls like Molly Federico, Natalie Gale, Serena Elias, Kiki Delamere, and Julia Alves, we were riding the bus kind of our own, just basically a full bus for about 13 of us.
Wow.
Heading over to some competitions and got to know those girls really well. They are a great crew and get along really well, play really well together. It's a pleasure to see them doing this on the big stage now.
It is, and I've had so many of these girls in class, and they're all just natural leaders. They lead with their studies. They lead
look at
all
that
day in
with
school.
Federico.
Yeah, another nice surgical shot, right?
Yeah, you mentioned the studies, student athletes in the truest sense of it, isn't it?
Yeah, these are real student athletes.
Norwood has extended their lead to 15-5. And if you're looking at this, yes, you're correct. Natalie Gale is still at the service line. She's been serving since I believe this game was 6-5. So Gale has gone on quite a run with her serves. Obviously, her teammates have helped her out. And there's that classic announcer jinx. As Norwood doesn't get the point, they'll send it back to Chelsea, 15-6.
Want to give a little shout out to number 9, Valerie Ramirez. She's been playing some good ball out there for Chelsea. She's had a lot of balls come her way.
This Chelsea team, as we mentioned, 16-2 in the regular season. I was talking to the assistant coach, Moshelle Martin, before the game, and he was telling me, as you see, Norwood handle a tough serve there. Elias with the push is able to get it in. But he was telling me that Chelsea is not only excited about this year going 16-2, but they've got a really good crop of juniors, and they're very excited for next year. So that'll be something to watch. This might not be the last we see of this Chelsea squad.
Love it.
Comes right at their libero, number 1, Hazel Martinez. The set for Chelsea goes to the near side, but Norwood stuffs it. The double block of Delamere and Elias is successful, and it's a double-digit lead, 11 points now for the Mustangs, as you see the bench for the Mustangs on the left side of your screen starting to really get into it.
So important to get off to a good start in the tournament.
Molly Federico with a great serve that is almost mishandled, but Chelsea recovers nicely. Delamere with her hand sends it to Brady and eventually to Elias, who with a little bit of a dink and dunk strategy is able to find some room. So she can do it with power, she can do it with finesse. Either way, it's 18-6 Mustangs.
Serena is in the zone right now. I'll tell you, she's unstoppable out there both ways.
Molly Federico with a nice serve, but a great handle by number 11, Sanabria Herrera. And this one comes back at Federico. It'll be a point for Chelsea. That was a tough line drive serve from Federico that number 11 for the Red Devils handled easily and was able to set her teammate up for a kill. So now Chelsea back at the service line. This one sails towards the sideline. Nice catch on one bounce by Norwood assistant Lauren Plasko. And you mentioned, Mike, the development of the program. Coach Plasko has been instrumental in that. The JV coach now for a number of years. She was a player here under Coach Nimblett. And now getting a chance to guide these girls.
Yeah, so great to see her out there. Lauren, fantastic coach, outstanding person. Boy, I remember her playing days well. She was another real leader for the
That's
Mustangs.
right. You watched a lot of Norwood volleyball games in that day, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So Kiki Delamere here on the serve for the Mustangs. It's another good one after she aced the first. And Elias just is there to make sure. Mike, I don't even know how much of that ball she got, but her presence certainly won that point for Norwood. It is a 21-7 lead.
That senior experience, right? She has it there in the front row.
Here's a good serve from Delamere, and it just sails out of bounds. That had a little bit of extra top spin on it looked like. I tell you, we almost couldn't tell from our angle, but you see the MIAA with these referees with the red flags like on the bottom of your screen. They are just there in the playoffs. As there's a nifty little dunk. It's Sanabria Herrera for Chelsea, who's able to kind of find some open room.
So that's one of the keys, as we said, for Chelsea for sure. Find those holes, particularly with such a strong front row.
That's the name of the game, isn't it? So here is Valerie Ramirez, number 9. It comes at Kim Laya, Norwood's libero in that pink jersey. And now Julia Alves does a nice job hitting off a tough angle there. Chelsea will have to settle for another free ball off of Alana Taylor, number 10. Here's Elias from the middle, a beautiful set, but maybe just a touch close to the net from Brady. That's where Elias likes to hit it, but this one caused her teammate to get a little too much, and it'll be a violation against the Mustangs.
That's a legendary combo.
Excuse me, against Chelsea. I'm sorry. I thought it was called against Norwood for a second. My apologies.
That's a great combo. Colleen setting it up for Serena.
So Serena now looking very confident with the high toss as she gets some good top spin off that one. The set for the outside. Sanabria Herrera is just long.
Yeah, nice shot there, as you said, just a little long for Sanabria Herrera.
They actually had called a double hit there, it looked like, against Ashley Martinez, who is Chelsea's setter in this contest. Hazel Martinez handles that one. They'll do the exact same thing. There's a push pass that Elias puts up with one hand, and I think that one-hand disease was plaguing Norwood a little too much there as Gale tried to do the same thing in the front row. Point to Chelsea. So a couple of substitutions from the Chelsea squad. We see number 25, Yamaliz Gonzalez Falcon check back in, as does Kyrie Hernandez Romero. Molly Federico looking like a statue. A nice pass from her. Coming to the outside, and Julia Alves is just a little long. Julia even points to the other team. Look at that, the consummate sportsman, right? As Alves recognized it was out and didn't plead with the referee. She knew where it was going.
Yeah, she's a strong player there from that outside hitter position, the senior.
Absolutely. Alves was a key part of some of the underclassmen teams the last couple of years, and now doing a nice job getting a chance off the bench as a senior. There's a nifty little dump. Oh, I think Colleen Brady caught the entire gym sleeping on that one.
Never be a substitute for her, right? You got to put it where they're not.
Having a good setter that can do that is valuable, and Norwood is now 1 point away from winning with their junior setter at the line. Brady's serve comes at the libero, Martinez. Sanabria Herrera will be close to the net. Nice dig by Laya, who sends it back over on one. Martinez goes right back to her favorite option in the front row. Here's Brady for the outside. Alves trying to get the kill, but Sanabria Herrera puts it up again. Now she'll make a nifty little push. Oh, Mike, look at that angle on that one.
Yeah, that's what you see in the tournament, right? Those smart players finding those holes. I want to give a shout-out to Kim Lai, who's played some great volleyball here at the school in the Hill. Just a real solid defender.
Mike, you talk about it like she's been here for a while, and it feels like it. But Kim only a sophomore, and tell you, that bodes really well for the Mustang future. Here she is, and that time it was your jinx as it went off of Laya. As she's again, been fantastic on the passes, but mishandles this serve. And back to the line will go Ashley Martinez. She's going to need 12 in a row, though. There's a good serve. Comes at Delamere. Brady sets it up. It's Federico on the outside, and it's a win for the Mustangs in the first game of this contest.
A convincing win at that for the Mustangs, right? They win by 12. Really, Mustangs very solid, did everything right here in the first game. It would be interesting to watch game number 2.
So Norwood was fired up coming into this one, and they deliver the goods. It is the end of set 1, and Norwood leads 1-0. We'll be back with set 2 in just a moment here on NCM. Welcome back, folks, to the School on the Hill. I'm Joe Panola. This is my colleague, Dr. Mike Crowley. Mike, that first set went by real quick. If you're Norwood, you got to be feeling pretty good about a 25-13 victory in the first set.
Yeah, you really do. Picking up where they left off at the end of the season, the second half of the season, our girls played so well. They look really strong, Joe.
They certainly do. This is a Red Devils team for Chelsea on the left side that comes in 16-2, but Norwood making a statement showing they're not scared.
Yeah, they really did everything well, executed their game plan, finding those open holes. And, it's in the tournaments where those years of varsity experience really start to pay dividends. And we really saw that, a few minutes ago here, watching our girls. They're so calm under pressure. They know what they're doing with the ball at all times. It was really impressive.
Yeah, and they've certainly been in some very close game, not only this season but in previous years. It's a Norwood team that has been absent from the tournament for a number of years, but they are back and they are ready to play. So we'll see the libero come in for Norwood. That's Kim Laya that you see dancing it up a little bit with Natalie Gale. The libero for each team, as you see Chelsea with Hazel Martinez there in the red on the left side of your screen, and Norwood with Laya, who makes the dig and gets the kill at that to get the game started wearing the pink. Those two can play for anybody in the rotation, but only in the back row. So that's why you'll see them. They're not allowed to hit. They're not allowed to spike. But it kind of keeps defensive rallies going a little bit longer, something that was introduced to volleyball a number of decades ago.
Yeah, that was a great change, and it really takes a special skill set to play that position well, right?
Yeah, you take a back row position that may not be super popular to play, and all of a sudden, I remember my first year here coaching, everybody all of a sudden wanted to be libero. You were the person that could run in, jump in, and make a contribution on pretty much every rally. And look at that one, speaking of contributions, Maddie Lyons with a nifty cross-court shot that drops in about within a foot of the line. And quickly, it is 2-0 Norwood.
Maddie, of course, one of the big leaders out there, such a confident player. It's great to see her.
She played, started last season not with the varsity squad, but was called up in due time and really just looked the part right from the start. And she's continuing to do that this year on a very senior-heavy team, at least in the starting lineup for Norwood.
Yeah, they have tremendous camaraderie. These girls just lift each other up. They believe in each other. I mean, it comes across so clearly.
There's a double block. Norwood got the hands up there with Gale and Federico, but they were a touch off the net, and it kind of snuck in right in front of them. So Chelsea showing that they've got a little bit of life going on here as they collect their first point of set 2. And now we'll send Tatiana Sanabria Herrera to the line. She's been very good with her hitting today. Norwood will settle for a back row attack from Laya. Martinez puts it up for her twin sister, Ashley. And now a bump coming over from Laya. Here's Gale in the middle. Nice backup by Colleen Brady, who was very aware that it might come over right back on one. Nice dig there from Chelsea's libero, Hazel Martinez. But another point for Norwood, Mike.
And again, Joe, we talk all the time, doesn't matter what the sport is, the importance of playing with your heads up. Look at Colleen Brady. She was ready for the ball right away. Gave her a set, was ready for the return right away. She's just such a great player. That
dig for her is not going to be one that shows up necessarily in the highlight reel, but it's a key play that shows that she knows her positioning super well. Here's a set for the outside as Hernandez Romero tried to put it home, but it'll be Chelsea's point as it heads towards the back of the referee on that little stand we see. So 4-2 Mustangs. We're in set 2. The Mustangs took set 1 by a score of 25-13. They are favored in this contest, the number 28 seed battling against number 37 ranked Chelsea. Brady puts it over on 2, and the opposing setter does the same thing. Now Brady goes to Delamere on the outside, and it's a good hit. Found a couple hands in the front row from Chelsea, and they were unable to handle the ricochet. Point to Norwood, 5-2.
Yeah, and that was number 10, Alana Taylor, who checked in for Chelsea.
You'll see Taylor playing a bit of the front row, and a lot of schools will do this. They'll have certain players play the front row, certain players play the back. As Natalie Gale's serve is offline. She served a lot in that first game. I think Gale went on about an 11-point run, so we'll give her a break on the off serve this time. So now at the line for the Red Devils. This looks like it'll be number 5. That's Angelica Ayala. Norwood sends it over on 1. Set to the middle. Taylor decides to go with a push. Interesting move from her. Brady for the outside. It's Delamere again, and she jumped a little bit too early, perhaps too eager on that one. And that'll put Chelsea within 1.
Again, Chelsea doing a good job of getting the ball over that front line of Norwood, right? Trying to find some holes.
So here's Ayala once again on the serve. This one comes right at Delamere once again. Brady calls off Laya. Elias will settle for the free ball. It comes up Martinez, who passes it to Martinez. Taylor trying to find some room. Now to the right side, and a nifty little set there, a back set from Brady. To the middle, Taylor trying to go for it, but she is stuffed by Elias. Mike, I think Taylor might have gotten a piece of the net, but it doesn't matter anyway, as Serena was there for the block.
Yeah, I mean, Serena has been so dominant here this afternoon. I think they kind of really need to know where she is out in the court.
There's a good serve from Federico that's handled by Tatiana Sanabria Herrera. Comes at Kiki Delamere. And now for Valerie Ramirez. Right back to Delamere, who did a nice job adjusting her positioning there. Elias off of the block. Now for Ramirez again. It's a tough angle shot for her. Handled nicely with the hands by Laya. A low set, but a nice job by Elias to pull it up. Here's Ramirez again. They keep going to her, but this time she hits it out of bounds. Point to Norwood, 7-4.
Again, the Norwood girls doing a great job moving the ball around, playing good team defense.
So Molly Federico back to the line. Molly, one of Norwood's top servers this year. She's got a line drive. As you see it right there, almost eats up Sanabria Hernandez. Chelsea has to send it over on 2. Here's the bump set from Brady. Delamere off balance. Mike, I don't know how she got that through, but hit it with some good topspin once again to get the point for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Kiki Delamere, number 3, such a great player for the Mustangs. Kudos to her. Very steady out there.
She can do it all, too. It's interesting. When I coached her as a freshman, she was one of our top setters between her and Molly Federico, and now you see the two of them playing outside and right side, respectively. I tell you, it takes a special kind of player to play multiple roles, and they've learned to do that over the years here.
And you can see why the Mustangs are in the tournament, right? They don't hurt themselves. They don't make mistakes.
So the serve now for Chelsea. Kind of eats up Maddie Lyons there, and the Red Devils will collect the point.
A lot of overspin on that ball.
Yeah. So Chelsea, just like they were doing last game, hanging with Norwood here in the early part. That was at least until the Mustangs went on quite a run off the serving hand of Natalie Gale. Delamere tries to cut that angle as Chelsea did last game. Can't quite find room. Brady decides to go right back to her. Oh, they've been feeding Kiki Delamere a lot, but this time she hits it into the net.
Yeah, that's smart. If they're paying a lot of attention to Selena, move it over to Kiki, right? It's a good strategy.
That's it. You never know. Mix up that front row. And that's why you see Norwood rolling Molly Federico where you do. This is a 5-1 offense that the Mustangs are running with. So Molly will be playing that right side spot, giving an additional option when Colleen Brady goes to set. So that's why that back set has been effective. So Delamere, who has been a fixture in the front row here in this second set, now will be called upon to serve. She is a good defensive player as well, so you'll see her playing all around for this Norwood team. The Twins pass it over to Sanabria Herrera. Nice pass there from Delamere on 1. That sets up Brady for the little dump. Couple of kills tonight for Colleen Brady in addition to the many assists that she's collected.
Yeah, she's a great all-around player. She can really be a force out there. And, of course, as a role in the setter, she sets up everybody else, right? But such a great player.
Oh, Federico barely gets a hand on that one. Brady brings it back in, and Norwood keeps it alive, and they get the points. Oh, my gosh.
There's no quitting in this team. They chase every ball, right?
Federico somehow got a hand on it, and then right in front of that the scoring table where athletic director John Longley is sitting, you see Colleen Brady, unafraid, puts it back into play, and then Serena Elias finishes it off.
Love it.
So this serve, kind of the way things go sometimes, as Delamere, after Norwood made such a great play, serves it into the net. Just send it back to the Red Devils. So it looks like a substitution for Chelsea, as we see number 25, that's Yareliz Gonzalez Falcon, check back in, replacing the libero. And the serve from Alana Taylor eats up Delamere a bit. Federico will settle for a free ball, but it's put in a good spot from her. There's the bump set from Martinez. Sanabria Herrera comes at Federico, and oh, Mike, a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Elias didn't quite hear the call from Brady, and the two of them ended up having a miss hit off of their hands.
Yeah, I wonder if Serena knew that Colleen needed to cover a lot of distance there. And took it on herself, right?
Sometimes that's really hard for another player to do. Your setter is basically supposed to get every second ball, ideally. But sometimes it looks like, how the heck are they going to get there? Players like Colleen Brady do, but certainly sometimes the temptation is just make life easier on them, and let's put it up if I have an opportunity.
So Chelsea doing a good job of tightening things up a little bit here.
For sure. Chelsea is not ready to go home yet. Hey, tell you, if they can make this game last long and go 5 sets, they might avoid some Boston traffic heading back home to that North Shore. Now Norwood cleans up that communication a little as Brady bumps it over, and Sanabria Herrera with a big kill.
Yeah, that was impressive. Sanabria Herrera has had a great afternoon so far.
So that number 11, one of, it looks like 4 seniors on this Chelsea squad. She has been the player they go to when they need a point, and they needed one there to get it to 11-11. But just like that, as seems to have been the theme a little bit, or at least we thought it was starting to be, they serve it right into the net. So you win a big point, you serve it into the net. Kind of saps some of the momentum there. Let's see if Norwood can take advantage. Elias on the serve. Chelsea has to send it over on one, and that dunk from Natalie Gale is too much for Ashley Martinez to handle. 13-11, Norwood extends their lead.
Again, those experienced players, right? They come up big in the tournaments.
Mike and I were talking about that before the game. I was saying that there seems to be nobody like Natalie Gale. When the ball is at the net, all she wants to do is just dunk it back on the other side. She has that extra energy, that extra hop in the front row. I don't think I've seen her play anywhere but middle her whole career here. And you know what? Some girls move around. Sometimes it just works, and that position seems to suit Natalie quite well. But it's Sanabria Herrera with the big hit, and oh, Chelsea wasn't ready for it. The team of Brady and Gale, after we were just talking about Natalie's blocking, stuffs her on what was a really good swing attempt.
Yeah, that's impressive. You know, they have a well-rounded game. Mustang girls can do it all.
Bit of a lollipop serve from Elias. It's effective, and this one will chase Serena back. She does a nice job escorting it out of bounds, and Norwood collects the point, much to the delight of their bench, who has been keeping the energy up all day.
And again, you know, you just saw there from Serena, the Mustang girls never hurt themselves, right?
To the middle here, as Gonzalez Falcon tries to put it away. Maddie Lyons takes a little something off of it. Nice attempt from her. Sanabria Herrera again. And Federico kind of weighs at that one. I think another miscommunication moment there for the Mustang team as Elias was lined up nicely right behind her.
Yes, Sanabria Herrera playing some great ball.
Either way, it is 16-12 in favor of the home team, the Mustangs. And there's a nifty serve that just kind of dunks in for number 3, Ashley Martinez. So Martinez, Chelsea's setter, keeping them in this game. Last game, Norwood was up 16-5, so Chelsea, just as I say it, Mike, showing a bit more life, but they shoot themselves in the foot again. Another missed serve.
Right, yeah, those service points, so important. You have to have those.
Norwood's got a couple of girls on their team serving over 90%, and actually, I think according to Coach Niblet, their highest percentage is at the line right now. That's Colleen Brady. So while Colleen might not have that same line drive as some of the other teammates, although she shows one off here, she has been extremely consistent. And it looks like they're going to call a violation against Norwood. It looks like, I think, were they saying 4 hits there, Mike?
I believe so, yeah.
So maybe Chelsea didn't get a piece as it was sent back over. So 17-14, and the Red Devils keeping pace in this game as they go to the bench again. Federico makes life a little bit tough there for Brady as she's not quite able to get there. And Chelsea now is within 2. The Norwood bench is suddenly a little quieter. This arena's a little quieter. Chelsea is making a bit of a comeback.
Yes, Sanabria Herrera, great player, very cool out there.
And perhaps not a surprise at all, Coach Nimblett wants to talk things over. So Norwood will take their first time out of the contest. And Mike, we'll take a moment to tell you a little bit about happenings here at NCM. NCM alum Shane Delamere is watching us, I believe from Fairfield University, where he's doing the club hockey game tonight.
That is correct. So happy for him.
So nice to see Shane, who does a great job on the broadcast. I got a chance to do a couple basketball games, a hockey game with him last year. I tell you, even his first game here, he was amazing right from the get-go. You know, almost felt like he's been calling games his whole life. And nice to see some more NCM alums getting the chance to move on and do games at the collegiate level.
Yeah, he's really talented. So happy for you, Shane. Of course, I met Shane for the first time when he landed in my homeroom. And you know, Joe, he's another one. You know, he's a standout student athlete. Kudos to him. He's just such a great guy.
Yeah, great athlete that was part of a Norwood basketball team that made quite a deep run in the tournament under Coach Kristen McDonald before she switched over to being the girls' coach.
Right.
But he was a key energy player off the Norwood bench and a starter on the baseball team as well. So his mark on Norwood certainly felt.
Yeah, he brought the spark to that team for sure. Made it all the way to the Songa Center, right?
That's correct. And look at this, Mike. Just like that, coming out of the timeout, Chelsea puts up 2 consecutive points thanks to the serving of Tatiana Sanabria Herrera. And just like that, 17-17, we got a brand new game.
There's your senior leadership, right? You know, it's tournament time. She's ready. She's dialed in.
Speaking of senior leadership, a beautiful pass there from Kiki Delamere. Now they'll go to Ramirez. Ramirez tries the far side. Delamere closes it off, though. Brady now for Maddie Lyons. Good idea from Lyons, putting it deep. Martinez will set Ramirez again. They have been really working Valerie Ramirez of late. Now Molly Federico off of the block. It'll be an over on 2 for Chelsea that Laya handles. Here's Lyons again to the middle of the court. Martinez to Martinez, and now to Ramirez. Off the hands in the front row. Brady tries the dunk, but Mike, Chelsea is covering much better lately.
Yeah, they have a spring in their step here and in this game for sure.
Lions try to push there. This is a long rally. Players getting tired out there. Gale trying to put it away. Martinez saves it. There at the net is Gonzalez Falcone, excuse me. Gale with one hand. Oh, she didn't even leave the ground on that one. This rally keeps going. Laya will set. The push from Brady as she tried to take something off of it. Now another push from Chelsea. Let's see if Norwood can get a hit here. It comes from Gale, and she gets the kill after the marathon points.
What a volley. You know, that's really a testament to both teams, how skilled both teams are, and the Norwood girls win it in the end. That was great.
So we used to play a drill when I was coaching that was just how long can you keep a volley going? And Norwood there, obviously, are trying to put it away. They get a quick point this time off of another kill from Gale. But I tell you, they were ready for everything that Chelsea threw at them, waiting until Gale eventually got the kill. And now they find themselves up 19-7.
Love it.
So Maddie Lyons from the line. Norwood serving right back to the middle. Trying to put it over on 2. Chelsea's trying to catch Norwood napping, but they haven't been able to find any room. This is a weird over that eventually makes its way. Nice job by Brady avoiding the line. And we hear the whistle. Mike, I thought Colleen Brady might have stepped over the line. I thought it may have been a violation on her, but they'll call a violation on Chelsea, and Norwood now is up 3.
Yeah, that's a big difference. You know, it's pretty late, 2017.
So Maddie Lyons now, again, they keep going at the Chelsea libero, but Hazel Martinez has done a nice job there for the Red Devils. Here's the set for the outside. Kiki Delamere off of a hand in the front row as Gonzalez Falcone got a piece. And Chelsea sends it back over, and this one ticks in for a Red Devil point. So 20-13, Norwood still leads.
Again,
now,
Chelsea with very few mistakes here. Very few mistakes.
and I guess you could tell from the way some of these rallies have gone on quite a while. Here's the set from Federico on the bump, and Brady sends this one almost out of bounds. Ramirez decides to play it. Now Ramirez gets a set she likes, but a nifty dig there from Delamere. And now, oh, look at that spot from Federico. Molly cool on that pass with a little bit of a push that was certainly in by quite a bit, but wasn't near another Red Devil player.
So cool out there. Such a great leader.
Tell you, here sometimes, act like you've been there before. I think Federico did that push pass, turned to her teammates and said, all right, what are we going to do next year? She was not flipping out about it. She was steady and focused on that next point. And just like that, Norwood getting another service point. Who else? Natalie Gale. She's got about 11 of them, I think, today already. We'll have to check the stats later to get the official word. Gale with another good serve that had some weird spin on it. Nice job by Ashley Martinez to handle it. Alana Taylor sends it over. Calling for it is Brady. Some nice coverage from her. Elias tried the push, and now Valerie Ramirez with a little extra energy gets the kill. I tell you, Mike, Chelsea just won't go away. They're still within 3.
Yeah, they're a solid team. They're hanging in there.
If you're just joining us here on NCM, Norwood took set 1. It was a pretty commanding victory, 25-13. But Chelsea is not going home too quickly tonight as they have clawed back to make this a 3-point game. Here's the serve from Ashley Martinez. The set from Brady. Oh, it's a good spot for Elias. And somehow Chelsea keeps it alive for 2 hits, but they can't get the decisive free ball over. And Norwood now is 2 away from a set 2 victory. So here is Molly Federico to the line. Federico's line drive has created problems for Chelsea so far, and an emphatic call from the referee. Norwood is 1 away as the bench starts to jump up and down. Federico will look to ice it here in set 2.
Molly's very surgical out there.
Norwood's got a front row of Delamere, Elias, and Brady. It's a good serve from Federico. And a double hit from Chelsea will seal it. Norwood takes set 2, 25-19. And Mike, they are up 2-0, looking to put the clincher on here in set 3.
Yeah, impressive. You know, both teams played well in that set. It's just Norwood's a little stronger, right? Again, Norwood playing mistake-free volleyball.
So the Mustangs will look to punch their ticket to Duxbury as they will try to win Game 3 here and keep the train moving for their playoff chances. We'll be back with that in just a moment here on NCM. We hope that you'll join us on the other side. Welcome back, folks, to Norwood High School. Joe Pinole alongside Mike Crowley for some MIAA Division II girls volleyball action. Norwood is up 2-0. Mike, this Mustang team that hasn't been in the tournament in 5 years could be moving on.
You'd never know that they haven't been in the tournament in 5 years, right? You know, they're playing some excellent ball. Really, they're just continuing what they did the second half of their season, right? They're very strong. They're very skilled. They're having some fun out there. I mean, look at them. They're having a ball. It's just so great to see them having some fun.
I tell you, from the experience coaching them, not only are the girls on the court good players that play together, but the juniors on this Mustang team, they can get loud. They can bring energy, and the Mustangs feeding off of that. Shout out on the bench to the juniors on the Mustang team. I saw Julia Figueredo, Sophia Tuma before the game, Olivia Loud. They each gave me a very strong high five. They said, we're going to keep eating. We're going to keep moving on today. They came in ready to go. So even if Norwood has to go to them, I think the bench is ready.
Love it.
There's a nice play from Hazel Martinez, who dives to start things off here in set 3. Molly Federico, though. Oh, what a spot as she gets to the corner.
She's just did what she's been doing all afternoon, right?
Oh, that court sense from Molly, who is another multi-sport athlete here at the school on the hill. We'll see her on the hockey rink next season, but she finds a wonderful space there. Chelsea has a little trouble with this initially, and then the communication between number 6, Hernandez Romero, and number 25, Gonzalez Falcone, a little off there. Chelsea has jumped out to a lead, I believe, Mike, in both games, but not here in potentially a decisive Game 3.
Yeah, they get a little help there on that long serve from Colleen, so they'll get the ball back. But, yeah, they're it seems like they're off to a little bit of a slow start here.
Both teams sticking with what's gotten them here during the regular season. Not a whole lot of lineup changes from either side. Federico puts this up for Colleen Brady. Now she gets it back. A strong swing from Molly. Natalie Gale does a nice job on the first hit. Bump set from Brady. Gale has to work for this one and gets there. Sending it over on 2 is Gonzalez Falcone. Here's Federico. Martinez to Martinez. And Sanabria Herrera takes charge there and makes a nice swing from the back row, but Norwood handles it. Maddie Lyons to the middle of the court. Sanabria Herrera again. And there's the spot. Oh, a nice play by Hazel Martinez to get there from the back row. And number 6, Hernandez Romero, hits it out. Mike, I thought a couple times that was going to fall in on Chelsea. They kept a couple alive, but eventually it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, they did a good job of filling in those holes. Both teams playing well.
I think a little bit of frustration that you're seeing, too, from the Chelsea squad as their communication hasn't quite been as precise as it was early on. Federico settles for the bump, and oh, she's deadly with that, too. She's got that back corner on lock right now.
Yeah, she has to be 5 for her last 5, right? Just amazing.
Not only keeping it in play, but putting it where they ain't. Isn't that how the expression goes? So Maddie Lyons, a sophomore from the line. Can't miss her with those light pink shoes. And she gets it to go off the net here. And Coach Nimblett, all he can do is smile on that one. Norwood has come out of the gates a little tough in the first couple sets. They've looked great to start set 3.
Yeah, like I said, they're loose. They're having some fun out there.
Nice pass there from Hazel Martinez. It comes to her sister Ashley. Chelsea trying to cut the corner on that one, but a nice job by Delamere, who's there. Gale's hit goes off the net. Chelsea keeps it alive, and Sanabria Herrera hits it into the net. Another point for Norwood, 6-1. The night is getting pretty late for this Chelsea squad if they don't pull things together.
Yeah, Maddie Lyons doing a great job at the serve. Only a sophomore, a cool customer out there.
Deep serve this time from Lyons. Sending it over on 2 is Ashley Martinez. Kim Laya with the bump set for Delamere. And oh, I thought Kiki had the line on that one the way she came up for it, but it just tucks out of bounds. Perhaps that's the miss hit that Chelsea needs to get him back in.
Yeah, they need to get on a roll here at the serve for sure. But they have just the right person at the serve now.
That it is. Tatiana Sanabria Herrera at the serve for Chelsea. As we see number 9, Valerie Ramirez check in. Those two, Ramirez and Sanabria Herrera, have gotten the majority of the kills this game for Chelsea. So number 9 is the one to watch right now. And Federico almost gets a kill with one hand. Nice athletic play from her. Comes to Maddie Lyons here. Brady calls off Gale, and the set for Delamere goes a little long. So Kiki, who's been real good today, 0 for her last 2. Chelsea now is within 3.
Good time to go on a run for Chelsea.
Chelsea was 16-2 during the regular season. They had their way with the Greater Boston League, beating up on teams like Everett, Malden, Medford, Revere, Somerville. But it was Lynn Classical that was their Achilles heel. The only team they lost twice to. Norwood trying to make another school be on that list. A nice serve here from Natalie Gale. And a rare misplay by Hazel Martinez, Chelsea's libero, who's played a nice game today so far.
Yeah, she's had an excellent afternoon. Very solid out there. One of their real leaders for sure.
So Gale here goes right back at Martinez, and she shows that she's got a short memory, makes a nice play on that one. But a tough break for Chelsea as Valerie Ramirez played it, and the bump certainly had enough pace on it to go over, but it hits the little divider we have here in this Norwood gym. It's a beautiful gym we play in, but I guess one of the home field advantages for Norwood.
Right.
You can play the ball off of the divider if it comes back on your side. That is, provided you still have a hit remaining. Chelsea sends this out. Did it touch a Norwood player? No. And so the Mustangs now up by 7 as they have reached double digits. So Natalie Gale from the line. A line drive serve. The set from Martinez goes to the back row. And Sanabria Herrera into the net. The Mustangs up 8 now, and they have looked strong. No surprise to see Coach Gloria Rodriguez take a little bit of a timeout here.
Yeah, see if they can break that momentum, right? And the Mustangs are playing some really strong team volleyball here. Don't want to let this one get away. 8-point deficit right now. That's a lot.
Now, you talk about momentum, Mike. I think I say it every time I call a game that Coach Nimblett is coaching. He is one of the best in the TVL, maybe even the state, at coaching with momentum. I tell you, he gets into it with an energy that's infectious. So it would be a surprise to see Norwood take a step back. But as you can see in that huddle, he's trying to keep his team focused, even though they are the favorites in this game, the 28 seed versus the 37.
Right. And, of course, being a coach yourself, Joe, but, one of the real marks of a great coach is, do your players know what to do every time they have the ball in their hands? And if you look at this Norwood girls team, every single one of the girls is so confident. They know exactly what we're trying to do on every play. They're just a lot of fun to watch. And he is such a great coach.
Paul coached 3 seasons for quite a while here at the school on the hill as Norwood collects another point off the Gale serve. He was the boys' JV basketball coach for a bit. Also still is the boys' head volleyball coach. Talk about someone who's made their mark on Norwood athletics. Coach Nimblett has for sure.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him.
Teaches at the middle school. One of the wellness teachers down there that is getting a new building. So that's exciting for him and the crew down at the Coakley.
It is, yeah. You can see the steel is getting put in place. It's coming along.
And speaking of the middle school, again, not to get too off topic, as Elias has the hit go off the middle there, Norwood this year has their middle school volleyball program working. So that has been one of the reasons, as you see from the back row, Brady sneaks it in. What a kill from her.
Yeah, another surgical shot from number 8, right?
But you see that Norwood's got a middle school program. I think that it's still in its infancy, but in its second year, Mike Gertie, who's got such good volleyball basics, does a great job getting those girls ready for the high school level. It's something we didn't have at Norwood for a while, but kudos to Athletic Director John Longley getting that up and really getting Norwood to have a full program, even from as young as 6th grade.
Yeah, Mr. Longley and his coaching staff doing such a great job. I want to encourage everybody at home, if you have the opportunity to come out to a sporting event, I really want you to do it. It doesn't really matter what the sport is, but there's such fantastic camaraderie and just good vibes here at Norwood High School. Look at the Thursday night lights, Friday night lights. Those, are such a fun event for the whole community. Really want to encourage everyone to come out and take advantage of it. See all the great young people we have here in Norwood.
Absolutely, and the volleyball team is not the only fall sport from Norwood to make it to the tournament. MCM is going to be broadcasting live both the football and the field hockey tournament games this Friday. So a neat double header there. Field hockey starts at 4 o'clock and football starts at 7. So be sure to check that out on our airwaves.
Yeah, kudos to NCM, so dedicated to our community. They do such a great job of bringing you all these great events.
A couple of substitutions, it looks like, have come in for Chelsea as Elias goes up for the swing here and sends it out of bounds. They've got number 18, that's Anais Artica, is in there. So she looks like she's doing a bit of setting right now. So I think what we're seeing from Chelsea, Mike, as they've still got their main setter, Ashley Martinez, in there, is they're switching up their offensive system. So I think they're going to roll a 4-2 now. Coach Gloria Rodriguez simplifying things a little bit as the previous setter, Martinez, puts the first one up. They go to Valerie Ramirez. Here's a bump set that comes to Federico. Molly's been so good on the push and once again puts Chelsea on their toes. But Sanabria Herrera right at Maddie Lyon. She sends it over on one. And now we see Martinez come up to set. Delamere off of the tip. Comes to Federico again. Molly goes right at Sanabria Herrera, who handles it. And now a nifty swing there from the outside for Chelsea. From the back row, it's Maddie Lyons. Another marathon point. Here's Tatiana Sanabria Herrera from the back row. Lyon now will get it to Brady, who will settle for a bump. And now a set coming from Chelsea's libero. Sanabria Herrera to the middle. And Chelsea collects the point.
Yeah, good catch there, Joe. You can see the Chelsea girls much more comfortable throughout that entire volley. This change has been a good one, really playing to their strengths, right?
Yeah, kudos to head coach Gloria Rodriguez on that one for kind of recognizing what her team needed. It is hard to switch up a system in the middle of a tournament game, but it looks like her team did just that. But it is also hard to play against Molly Federico the way that she's playing right now. Look at that spot. This time off the net, and it sneaks in.
Right.
Gosh, she must have almost double-digit kills, it feels like, in this third game.
Yeah, and of course, we want to say hello and a big welcome to all our friends from Chelsea watching on the live stream. So glad you can be with us today watching this on NCM. And kudos to the Chelsea girls.
For sure. We always like seeing the opposing schools getting a chance to play teams they're not used to. We got a beautiful facility here in Norwood. And who knows, maybe we'll be making our way to the North Shore to take on Chelsea in a future year.
That would be great.
Federico puts it over, and a rare moment as you see Molly turn around a little bit disappointed where Molly hits one out of bounds. But 16-8 Norwood, they look to punch their ticket to Duxbury. Duxbury, a school that Norwood fell to about 10 years ago, Mike. My first year coaching volleyball, we went to Duxbury, beautiful facility there. Duxbury had their way with our very solid girls team that year. It was an up-and-coming Norwood squad, ran into a buzzsaw in #1 Duxbury. Maybe a decade later, Norwood gets their revenge with this upstart team full of seniors.
Right, we seem to be crossing paths, you know, in round number 2 of the tournament with Duxbury quite a bit. I believe the varsity girls hockey, Mr. Crowley and I did their game last year, right?
That's
in
right.
Duxbury. That was a great one.
Excited to see you two on the mics again for some hockey this year.
So much fun. You know, Joe, it's so much fun.
Always nice to get the father-son work. And
That's it.
I believe you got a game with Aaron Crowley as well,
We
doing
did.
some production work for us here at
Yes,
NCM.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's been so much fun. So many Turkey Day games. Aaron Crowley did the countdown for us on Thanksgiving Day right here at Murray Field. So many great days.
That's it. Don't forget to tune in this year to that Turkey Day game as well. NCM will be live with the game. That'll be right here at NHS at 10 in the morning on Thanksgiving. This one goes off the Norwood block and finds its way to the ground. So don't look now, but Chelsea within 5. This team still has some life. The bench is still standing. They're into it.
Yeah, I think they found the answer defensively. They really have.
So Angelica Ayala will be the server for Chelsea. It's a good one from her. That's handled by Molly Federico. The bump set from Brady, and Delamere sends it over. Martinez goes to the middle, and looking to get a good swing in there is Artica, but she sends it a little bit long. Just timing was a little bit off there for Chelsea. So substitution for Norwood. Maddie Lyons, who's done a great job for them, checks out. And Julia Elves, a senior for the Mustangs, will check in. And maybe Coach Neblett might have inadvertently iced his server there on that one as Delamere serves it into the net.
It's only a 5-point lead, right? It's only 5.
You never know. Alves has done a great job off the bench for the Mustangs as a senior leader. Serve comes to Kim Laya. Now Alves gets set up, showing some good energy on the jump there. And this one somehow gets over. Chelsea keeps it alive. The set to the middle, and Elias. We know she likes the ball close to the net to be able to put it home. She does there, and Norwood is up 6, 18-12.
Yeah, Serena Elias is probably the last person Chelsea wants to see out in the middle there.
For sure. And you hear the roar of the Norwood bench. That's got to mean one thing, that Sophia Tuma is coming in to serve. It's a good serve from Sophia off the bench. The junior who does a great job getting the energy going. And we see a double hit. Could have, I guess, been a carry the way that you define it. But Norwood collects the point on Sophia's serve, and now they're within 6.
Nice job out there, Sophia, the junior, right?
That's for sure. Does a nice job. Another student athlete that we see, and primed for a big role potentially next year as a senior on this volleyball team. But here she's getting some valuable tournament experience. She has worked so hard and come a long way with her game, and is one of the backup setters that Norwood relies on. Obviously, Brady has been like an Iron Man for him. Tuma there, covers the back row nicely, comes to Federico. Alves tries the push, but a nice cover by Hazel Martinez in the middle. Here's Sanabria Herrera, and it goes long. Nice job from Tuma there in the back row. It is so tempting tonight to throw your hands up and play that ball, but she does a nice job of recognizing that it was sailing out of bounds.
Yeah, excellent discipline on her part.
Here's to the middle. Martinez sets up Sanabria Herrera again. The double block was there for Norwood, and they keep it alive. Tuma does a nice job taking charge and sending over the free ball, but Chelsea goes right back to number 11. Federico once again gets it up. Now Alves going there. Once again, back to the middle and a nifty little push, but the referee is going to call a double hit. Oh, Chelsea didn't like it. And Mike, that puts Norwood up 10.
That was tough. What a beautiful outside hit by number 11, Julia Alves, right? But they have so many skilled players on this team, Joe.
So it's been 4 service points in a row for Sophia Tuma as she's gone on a run here. Alves will put it in and make it 5.
There you go.
Norwood is 2 away as the junior has come off their bench, and her serving is looking to put the icing on the cake for this Mustang squad that has been dominant this whole evening. Here's Tuma again. Comes right to the middle for Martinez. The set for the outside. Comes off of a Norwood block, and I think Tuma got a little bit thrown. It probably would have gone off, but Norwood got a piece of it in the front row, and it'll settle in for a kill for number 11, Tatiana Sanabria Herrera.
Well, Sophia certainly made her mark, didn't she?
Absolutely. Nice job off the bench for number 17, and she is amped up as she is replaced by Kim Laya. Laya to the middle. Oh, Colleen Brady tried to rescue that, but a nice job by Chelsea and number 25, Yaralise Gonzalez Falcon, who was there to stuff her all the way. So Chelsea now fighting for their tournament lives. They're going to need a bit of a miracle on this comeback, but you never know. Here's Natalie Gale finding some space, and Norwood is 1 away now.
A lot of skill, making the big shots when they need it, right? Some cool customers out there.
And it'll be Colleen Brady, who has had a wonderful game setting for the Mustangs to try to ice it. But wait a minute. Chelsea will take a timeout, and she's going to make her think about it for a little bit.
I love the message. I love the message from the Chelsea coach.
Absolutely.
There's no give in our team. Nobody's giving up. We're going to ice Colleen, make her think about this. I love it. What a great message.
They play through the end.
Yeah.
The Chelsea team, we spoke with them earlier as you see some shots of the Norwood seniors and their captains that we honored on senior night. This is a really nice Chelsea program. I'm rooting for them. They certainly have some really quality players that they're going to grow the program with. 16-2, been in the tournament back-to-back years. Can't argue with that. And a really friendly coaching staff with head coach Rodriguez and assistant coach Martin.
Yeah, they're impressive. They've had a great afternoon here in Norwood.
So Norwood is ready to go for the match clinching point. Potentially, they'll have Brady serving. They'll have a front row of Alves, Federico, and Gale, and Kiki Delamere and Kim Laya in the back. Here's the serve from Brady. Sends Chelsea to the back here. They'll settle for a free ball off of Tatiana Sanabria Hernandez. Comes to Alves into the middle, sending it back over. Natalie Gale. Now Chelsea will go to the outside. Here's Sanabria Herrera again, and she finds some room. Chelsea is still alive.
She's quite a player, isn't she? Very skilled. Defensively, offensively, she's a force out there.
So Chelsea saying, hey, we're not done yet. They want to make the trip to Duxbury, but Norwood is looking to get those buses rolling. Here's the serve to the back row. Comes at Kiki Delamere. For the middle, Natalie Gale off of the block, but it's kept alive. Only for a little bit, though, as it comes to the net and falls weakly to the ground. Norwood, Mike, has won this tournament game, and they will be moving on to take on number 5, Duxbury.
And did it impressively, too, against a really good disciplined Chelsea squad. You know, kudos to both teams. So much fun to watch them. We wish both programs the very best, and good luck to the Norwood girls as they move on.
So the final here from the school on the hill, 3-0, as Norwood makes the tournament this year for the first time in a while and wins a tournament game off the get-go. This is a team with momentum, and if you're a top seed like number 5 Duxbury, Mike, I don't think this is a team you want to play.
No, I agree. You don't never want to play a team that doesn't make any mistakes. And really, the Stangs didn't make any mistakes this afternoon, so kudos to them.
Oh, look at Coach Nimblett getting right in there as NCM's own Jack Tolman gets some shots of that. Shout out to our wonderful MCM crew who, as always, bring you some really quality coverage. Kate Broderick did a great job for us on camera today, the solo camera. So every shot that we got was courtesy of Kate tonight. And Ron Marshalsea, NHS and NCM alum, our technical director. And Jack Tolman doing it all, working on replay. And he's down there on the court getting some shots up close to the team. I wouldn't be surprised if we might see some bonus coverage on Norwood News at some point this week.
Yeah, so such a great pleasure working with you, Joe, always, and the mighty NCM team. So dedicated. So great to have these NHS students like Kate work so hard to bring the news in the morning and do such a great job in all these other events. All
right, so the Norwood team will head to Duxbury. We will keep you posted about when that game will be. Obviously, we'll wait on the MIAA for that. But the result here tonight, Norwood 3, Chelsea nothing. Norwood is moving on. Congratulations to them. Have a good night, folks, and we hope to catch you on Friday for a doubleheader, field hockey and football here at the School on the Hill. Take care.